I'm just kidding.
You want to take like this?
So we're going to be talking with Jen Shakti. Jen,
So,
do you have your earbuds in, or are we listening to your speakers?
No, I have my earbuds in, but
Are
you know
you
what?
watching the broadcast right now?
No, I have my earbuds in. One second. Turn that down, please.
We'll get stuck in a crazy infinite loop.
Right. All right. I got my tech support husband on it.
Awesome.
So, how's that? Better?
That's great.
Okay.
So how's everything where you're at?
Oh, so good. It's actually pretty hot in SoCal right now and humid. It's unusual, but it's all good. It's summertime.
We've got pretty hot and humid here too.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So for the folks out there who might not be familiar with you, could you tell us all a little bit about what you're about?
Sure. You know, the focus of my work is what I call sacred tattooing. And there's two parts of that. One part is the work that I do with my clients. So I call myself a tattoo shaman. And, you know, that's another word for that would be like being a medicine woman. And when I work with my clients, we do the work in ceremony, in sacred space, and I make sure that they really understand and we work with their intention and that they're clear about why they're getting the tattoo. The other part of that is that, you know, most of us know that when you get a tattoo, you might be thinking about that for 30 years. But when it comes to the point and you're sitting there with your artist, you know, maybe in a couple of hours if it's a small tattoo, you get that and then you're transformed for the rest of your life. And that's a really, really powerful thing. It's powerful visually, it's powerful spiritually, it's powerful psychologically. So, you know, as a shaman, let me be clear about like what does that even mean. So I see that a shaman is someone who works for the benefit of their tribe, for the spiritual well-being of their tribe. So by tribe, I mean, you know, my tattoo clients and definitely my family, my community, and, you know, planetary wise as well. But a shaman has their foot in each world. So, you know, I definitely have a life of a householder and, you know, the day-to-day affairs of running a business. But you also have this ability through vision. I find that's where my strongest gift is, through vision, to understand the spiritual world. But I also, you know, I have done a lot of practice in that form. It's not like I just decided to call myself that one day. I mean, I've actually traveled all over the world and you know, done a lot of personal work and received initiations from in fact, I just got back last Sunday from a 2-week trip to Peru where I was traveling with 10 of my tribe mates, and we were doing ceremonies at the Inca temples with the indigenous people who are the Q'ero. So I feel sometimes like I'm living in a movie or some National Geographic documentary. But the other part of sacred tattooing is what I bring back to the tattoo community. And I feel that, well, this is probably a good time to talk about the workshop that I'll be doing at Keystone. Yeah, so what the Sacred Tattooing Workshop is it's geared towards tattoo artists, and we start to talk about, you know, well, what is sacred tattooing? Because guaranteed, the first tattoo artists ever were shamans 30,000 years ago. Like, how did tattooing even come to be something? Why did ancient people do it? Why has it been around so long? So we start kind of looking at the history, and I've kind of tracked this through time. And, you know, some of it is speculation, some would say, but I really believe that a lot of my information has been given to me from the ancestors of tattooing, and that because I was open to it and studying it anyways, and, you know, taking good care of tattooing, it started to come probably around 2005. And I started to work with my clients in a different way. And it was really close. That was the year that my father died, and I really had an opportunity to kind of reevaluate who I am, how do I work, and I gave myself permission to really go deeper into my shamanic studies. So I started to do healing on clients when they would come, and maybe they were feeling a little down or they were worried about something, because again, I'm sure most artists can understand that if your client isn't relaxed and receptive, man, it's just hard to put that tattoo in there. I mean, it's almost like the pigment beating up on their skin. It heals poorly. So that's part of the work. And also, sometimes when you're working with someone, well, every time you're tattooing someone, your energies, you're merged, you're plugged in, and you are picking up energetically and sometimes telepathically, like what's going on with your client, and vice versa. So sometimes that is a wonderful thing and you feel uplifted from it, and then sometimes you just feel like you've been hit by a truck. So there are very simple energetic tools and exercises that we talk about and practice through the workshop to help you create a shield around yourself, so that your energy is your own and your client's their own. And, after a time, I found that the focus of that shifted a little bit as my personal healing increased. I was much stronger and able to interface with my clients in a more authentic and truly loving way. So we talk about in the workshop, how does energy work and how can we develop that? Because being an artist is a wonderful thing, and there's benefits and there's pitfalls. So I would say some of the benefits are that artists are visionaries. So how can we work to increase that? Typically most people, it's just through practice and, practice of their craft. Well, there's actually energetic, let's call them shortcuts, that we can practice in a form of like meditation that are very simple and quick to help to rewire our brain and make it work more efficiently to have visionary experiences. So those are some of the things that we work on.
So you've done